Madam President, members, I rise in support of Senate Resolution 113. I want to thank my colleague, Senator Dr. Choi, for bringing this important resolution forward. He's put a lot of effort into this resolution. It's a resolution that brings about International Day of Peace. And my understanding, he's put a lot of work into someone he's going to introduce as our very special guest here with us today. And so I want to thank Dr. Choi in front of everybody for all your hard work on this resolution for this International Day of Peace. Thank you.
Senator McNerney.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand in support of SR 113. Peace requires more than just support of an idea. It requires action. Anyone who dedicates their career to peace should be celebrated. We need more like Dr. Young-Shin Cho, thank you. We can't take peace for granted. The stakes of conflict are simply too high. Humanity's future is in the balance. I ask for an aye vote on this.
Senator Simamo Cuevas.
Thank you, Madam President. And I too rise as a co-author in support of SR 113. Well, I can't get it together today. The International Day of Peace resolution, which reaffirms our commitment to peace, nonviolent, mutual understanding, respect, and human dignity. And boy, don't we need that reminder today as we are in a war where individuals are losing their lives. Peace is so important to prioritize. And this resolution also recognizes the contributions of Chancellor Young-Sik Cho, whose vision helped inspire the creation of an International Day of Peace. How profound, that highlighted the importance and role that education can play in advancing peace and international cooperation. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the Consul General Jung Taek Lim, who represents the Republic of Korea's diplomatic, economic, and cultural interests in Northern California, Utah, and Nevada. I had the privilege of visiting South Korea, really one of the most enjoyable trips where we learned so much about the history and the culture and the enduring partnerships between our country, our state, and South Korea. Consul General, thank you for joining us today here in the California State Senate. I am proud to represent a part of Koreatown, which is the largest Korean community outside of Korea. And in Los Angeles County alone, more than 220,000 Korean Americans have helped build vibrant communities and have enriched our state through their entrepreneurship, culture, public service, civic engagement, and solidarity. Like many communities that have come to this country seeking opportunity, Korean Americans have faced discrimination and hardship while helping to shape our democracy and advance the ongoing struggle for civil rights and human dignity. And we are very proud to hold many of the partnerships with the Korean community across Black and Latino, and we won't hold it against the fact that South Korea is no longer in the World Cup, but Viva Mexico. But as one of the most diverse places in the world, California demonstrates every day that people of different cultures, of different faiths, of different backgrounds can live and work and thrive together. That is what this resolution is about. It invites us to reaffirm our shared commitment to peace, understanding, and cooperation. With that, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Senator Caballero.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise as another proud co-author of Senate Resolution 113 that commemorates, as we have heard, the United Nations International Day of Peace and honors Chancellor Young-Sik Cho, whose vision helped establish this global observance. Recognized by the United Nations, the International Day of Peace encourages us to strengthen the bonds that unite people and nations and to reflect on our responsibility to one another. As I consider this resolution, I'm confronted by the profound cost of war. While a war's financial burden is immense, the deepest losses are borne by individuals, families, friends, and communities' lives who are permanently altered and permanently devastated by conflict, injury, death, and destruction. Can you imagine what the world would be like? What future could promise? What future could we promise if we directed our efforts to prevent conflict rather than reacting to it? What opportunities might emerge if we invested our resources to uplift all individuals, to focus on human potential and mutual understanding? These questions guided the life and work of Chancellor Choi. Having witnessed the devastation of war, he believed that lasting progress begins with dialogue, mutual respect, and a recognition of our shared humanity, and that education could be the bridge between people, cultures, and nations. Today, Chancellor Choi's message is even more relevant. Peace demands persistence, courage, and a commitment to justice. It calls us to seek common ground, even amid disagreement. At its heart, peace reflects a commitment to coexist with dignity and respect, to resolve differences constructively, and to work towards a common good, to establish ethical values, understand right from wrong, and to work to create a civil society. As we honor Chancellor Choi and recognize Senate Resolution 113, I ask that we commit to promote understanding across every divide and leave future generations with a world defined by possibilities created through peace. I want to thank the good doctor from Irvine for authoring this resolution and ask for your aye vote on SR 113.
Senator Durazo.
Thank you, Madam President. When the UN General Assembly made September 21st this annual observance, it gave us something simple but important: a single day to pause and commit to peace. Not passive peace. Peace as the active presence of justice, mutual respect, and cooperation between peoples. This week, reflecting on the prayers of Sister Michelle Gorman on Dr. King's birthday this past January, she reminded us of his words from the Birmingham jail. Permission to read.
Without objection.
We are tied together in the single garment of destiny, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, and whatever affects one directly affects us all indirectly. Sister Michelle wrote in that prayer, which I had the honor of delivering that morning, quote, "May we refuse to believe that we are unable to influence the events which surround us. May we refuse to believe that we are so bound to racism and war that justice and peace are impossible." California has a special stake in this. We are home to people from nearly every nation, culture, and faith on earth, and our strength comes directly from how we coexist. Peaceful coexistence takes the same things this resolution calls for: mutual understanding, respect for human dignity, and a rejection of violence as a means of solving our differences. I support SR 113 not just as a ceremonial gesture, but as a renewed commitment here in California to the kind of peace this day was created to inspire. And I thank the author, my colleague from Irvine, for uplifting the importance of this commitment.
Senator Adeguin.
Madam President, I also rise in support of SR 113. I'm proud to be a co-author recognizing September 21st as International Day of Peace. At a time when conflict, division, and uncertainty touches communities across the globe, this resolution reminds us that peace is not simply the absence of war, it's the presence of justice, compassion, and respect for the dignity of every person. California is home to people from across our globe. It's our international connections and collaboration that reminds us that our diversity is our strength. We are also reminded that as our state is home to a diverse diaspora of people whose homelands have been impacted by the ravages of war, that impact ripples through our own communities. When we reaffirm our commitment to peace, dialogue, and understanding, we stand with all those working to build a more just and hopeful future. The International Day of Peace calls on each of us to reject violence, to resolve differences through dialogue, and invest in the well-being of future generations. I want to thank my colleague from Irvine and the bipartisan group of senators for introducing this resolution and call on all Californians to reaffirm our commitment to the values of peace, human rights, and our shared humanity. With that, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Senator Allen.
Members, having worked for the United Nations, I just want to say how appreciative I am of the strong support from my Republican colleagues for the United Nations, and I respectfully ask for my vote.
Senator Choi, you may close.
Thank you very much, my colleagues, for your wonderful, positive support comments. I really appreciate that. I would like to respectfully ask for your aye vote.